Hey, it's me, Rishikesh Kannan, popularly known as Hrishi K. Subscribe to my YouTube channel and hit the bell icon now to get the latest videos and get taken into a world of entertainment, culture, sport, business, and current affairs.
Do you like Indian food? Do you have Indian friends? Have you explored Indian spirituality? What do you think of my country?
This is no word of a lie. My management and I have been talking on and on and on. Sunil will back me up on this. We want to come to India as soon as we can. I've only been once, and I did a scene in a Bollywood film, Cheeky Wiggy, which was a whirlwind experience. I mean, it was like chaos. In the midst of all of that, I'm just having faith that someone knows what's going on. Because it was, sensory overload. And ever since then, which was, 2008, I've wanted to come back and experience sharing songs and doing performances and spending time with fans, but also doing, being the tourist and discovering the places, the people, the spirituality, of course.
Kylie Minogue, from all your fans in India, we wish you so much joy and love. How are you doing?
Oh, I'm all the better for seeing you and being able to say hi to all your listeners.
It's a bit of a question mark. All your music is so joyous and de-stressful. Why do you choose to call the upcoming new album Tension?
Well, there's a line in the song Tension, which is baby break the tension. So it's a good tension. And the more I think about it, I'm in a hotel, so there's stuff happening outside. I've been really reassured and happily surprised that fans have just kind of accepted, the album's called Tension, when we would normally associate it with not so good things. But I think they somehow understand that it can be a good thing.
Yeah, we love you. Anything you put out, we love. Tell us about creating Padam. You must be very proud of it. It's a total earworm. And of course, people are loving it. Your collab with producer Lost Boy on this one.
Yes. So I heard Padam as a demo and I flipped. Now it's speaking to everyone, but in that moment it spoke to me, and I really couldn't wait to get my vocals on it, which I did myself because I do a lot of self-recording still, from what we all learnt through lockdown. And I just think it's a fantastic song. However, the song has to be good to really reach a lot of people, but there's definitely something in this moment from me with that song, with that video, with what people are doing on social media. It's become something, it's kind of separate to me in the most amazing way.
Sophie Muller, the music video director for Padam, and you go back such a long way, Kylie. She's done videos, if I'm not mistaken, for Kiss of Life, Second to Midnight, Magic, Say Something, Golden, Stop Me From Falling, Dancing. I could be missing a few here. Some of your biggest recent hits. Yeah.
Well, Sophie Muller is someone I wanted to work with forever ago, like early 90s, mid 90s. She was doing, Shakespeare's Sister and Blur and No Doubt, and just a lot of Annie Lennox, like amazing artists. And she was always kind of, just for one reason or another, it didn't happen. And then there was a period where I just thought, oh, she's too cool for me. I'm not going to be able to work with her. Anyway, cut to 2018. And once I met her, she's an extraordinary person with obviously an amazing creative mind and ability. But yeah, I had heard that a lot of people, once they work with Sophie, they just want to work with her again, and I'm proof of that now. And what we did together on Padam, I'm really proud of that.
Are you guys mates? Are you friends? Because it seems as though Sophie's creative vision for a Kylie Minogue video is so different.
We spend quite a lot of time talking, you know, frantic texting, talking, trying to find. Currently, we keep missing each other, but we have to talk about the next two videos. Um, and I think one of the amazing things about the many amazing things about Sophie is she's so collaborative. So I can talk almost in like, nonsense, but she kind of understands me. And yeah, so I would definitely call her a friend. We have a laugh amongst the kind of pressure of making videos.
You've had some incredible performances, live gigs in your career. Leading up to the release of this one and just after the release of the new single, your first ever performance at an American Idol finale. Did you feel good? Also, your performance at Sydney's World Pride. That must have been special. Could you comment on those two gigs, please?
Well, performing at World Pride was just electric. That's kind of that was a happy place for me. And the fact that my sister Danny was a surprise. She came up for the final song, and the place went nuts, which was amazing. So that was a great moment. American Idol, there's the first performance of any new song is just super exciting, but also really fraught. So, but let's just do American Idol that's going live to who knows how many millions of people. So I only got to do half of Padam, and then we went into Can't Get You Out of My Head. But it was a great moment. I'm very thankful for it.
I know there's still some time to go before the album in September, but I believe 7 out of the 11 tracks in Tension have been produced by our longtime collaborators, Biff and Duck. As much as there's excitement about working with new collaborators, Kylie, there is a certain comfort, isn't there, to work with people you've repeatedly worked with before? It's like coming home. I'd like you to comment on Biff and Duck's work on Tension, the album.
Okay, dream team, really. And they would be the first people to say, yeah, work with this person, that, but like their love for the industry, and especially young and upcoming and vibrant producers, they'd be like pushing me in the door. But Biff, I first worked with in 1999, which is just amazing. And so over the years, it's not just about comfort; it's that we build upon what we've previously done. Um, and there's a song on Tension called "Hold On to Now," which we feel like is the love child of two previous songs we've done that were good in themselves, but just I don't know, just without talking about it, you build on what your previous kind of attempts or successes. And Duck came into the story in 2017, and I love them. I love them as people. I drive them crazy. I don't know if I'm off their Christmas card list, because in the lead up to finishing the album, I am obsessive about details. And as I'm texting or making that call or sending the email or sending more vocals, I'm like, I try and preface it with, okay, just could you squeeze, like get 15 minutes for me? And they'll always do it, because we just want the best result. We want to give the songs the best chance and the most love possible. So they're awesome guys.
That's lovely. You know, there's normally a lot of healthy sporting rivalry between Australia and England in the
So
cricket, in the rugby. But folks in England and the UK have accepted you as one of their own, Kylie. I mean, the only artist to have a number one album in 5 consecutive decades in the UK. Your singles have spent over 300 weeks in the UK top 40 singles charts. Why do you reckon the people in the UK love an Aussie lassie so much?
I think it definitely started with Neighbours being on not once a day, twice a day on UK screens. Um, so I think a lot of us from that show became like, members of the family. And then all my first 5 albums being produced by Stockhead Waterman largely is UK centric, and I end up living here. So I think for all those reasons, yes, I'm kind of been adopted a little.
Segues nicely into my next one. Your roles as Charlene in Neighbours, the Green Fairy in Moulin Rouge, they're all stuff of legend. And there have been so many other parts. Isn't there an urge to act more? And what do you say to most studios when Hollywood or the movie folk in Australia or England just come calling to say, Kylie, please act?
I love it. I absolutely love it. There's a part I was on a couple of sets recently, and there's something about, I started acting when I was 11 and then when I was 16, and such formative years. I always loved music, kind of pop music. I kind of had this little dream myself. But acting, if I'm on a set, I don't know, it makes me feel good. I like the different challenge. It's like flexing different muscles, it's very different to I'm so used to being Kylie, quote unquote, but to step into being a different character is like it's like a holiday. Well, it's not. It's like I really stress the entire time, but it's just it makes a great change, and it's a good challenge for me. So I love it, and I hope there's more to come in the future.
Of course, there will be. You are Artist of the Month on Radio 1 in India, and that's really special to us. I'll tell you what it means. It means every hour there's tons of Kylie music. It means programmers and DJs like myself have to go back, and, not only play Padam Padam, but go back into your back catalog and pull out I Should Be So Lucky and Locomotion. And I just realized, all I've been doing, apart from listening to the new song, is revisiting 2000 and 2001. Fever and Light Years, those were two of my favorite albums. We're talking songs like Love at First Sight, Come Into My World, Can't Get You Out of My Head, On a Night Like This, Spinning Around Kids. So your message to everybody at Radio 1 India, what it means to be Artist of the Month, and, not just the new song, but, those two albums. Whoa, India loves them.
Wow, it's such an honor. Thank you so much to you. Thank you, Radio 1. I am, it's quite surreal to me. To be Artist of the Month. It's amazing. And so I hope you enjoy the songs. I hope you have enjoyed going down that wormhole of reminding yourself of the songs. And what's more, fantastic to have Padam Padam, but it is interesting what time does to songs. So a song like Come Into My World, or In Your Eyes, or In My Arms, or I'm kind of surprising myself that there's that many just from that kind of 2-3 year period, that they can take on different meaning that no one can predict when they're first released. But I'm happy to say that those songs, for those reasons, have stood the test of time. And then the early ones, Lucky, Locomotion, the curve, the right turn that I took at the point where Confide in Me came out. There's a lot to choose from, and I'm feeling very happy and blessed that you're going to be sharing them.
Do you like Indian food? Do you have Indian friends? Have you explored Indian spirituality? What do you think of my country?
This is no word of a lie. My management and I have been talking on and on and on. Sunil will back me up on this. We want to come to India as soon as we can. I've only been once. And I did a scene in a Bollywood film, Cheeky Wiggy, which was a whirlwind experience. It was like chaos. In the midst of all of that, I'm just having faith that someone knows what's going on, because it was, sensory overload. And ever since then, which was, 2008, I've wanted to come back and experience sharing songs and doing performances and spending time with fans, but also doing, being the tourist and discovering the places, the people, the spirituality. Of course, it's very high on my list.
So I'm going to keep my fingers crossed for a Kylie tour to India soon and soon and soonest.
Yeah, and you can tell me, you can give me your restaurant recommendation.
Of course. My last question is about fashion because the girls in the office will not let me go. Kylie Minogue, the fashion diva, got to ask you about that. Now, people love your fashion sense, your style. You've collaborated with so many high fashion designers, Azadine Alaya, John Galliano. You walked London Fashion Week for Antonio Berardi. You shot for Vogue. You wore Valentino once, Stella McCartney another time. Your concerts have had outfits from Karl Lagerfeld, Dolce Gabbana. Who would be your favorite designers and why, Kylie?
Oh, man, it's very hard to choose total favorites. I would say the regulars, Dolce, Chanel, Versace. There's your big players who are very dependable and do amazing. I mean, to wear any couture is an amazing uh, experience. It really is. But then I do love to wear younger designers, or not necessarily young, they might be older, but new designers. Very often we're making something work out of nothing. Uh, it's a mixed bag for me as far as designers go. Very known, amazing, but also that would be too predictable to do that all the time. So I like to keep some kind of freshness in there.
I really appreciate your time. Thank you so much from all your fans in India. Much love. I'm
Oh,
going to open a bottle of Kylie Minogue wine and listen to some great Kylie.
you've earned it after all that research. Thank you so much,
Thank you, Kylie.
and
Thank you very
everyone,
much.
and I can't wait to see you soon.
Cheers. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.